Hey guys, welcome to my review for Doctor Who Season 11, Episode 8, The Witchfinders. This episode finds a doctor and the crew visiting a 17th century village during a witch trial. Right off the bat, one thing that I always love about the doctor is that he has one rule when traveling through time, and that rule is, we can travel through time, we can see some crazy ass shit, but we do not, under any circumstances, interfere with what is happening in the time that we are traveling in. If you've been watching Doctor Who for a while, you understand that the Doctor sometimes says things, but he does something else, and that led to the famous saying, "The Doctor always lies." So, right off the bat is when Jodie Whittaker says that about this town who is suffering through a demon outbreak, and they are selecting random citizens from the town to actually mark as witches and hang them, or or drown them in this case. And the Doctor goes headfirst, trying to save this woman who the town has marked as a witch. Although she doesn't save her, but the way she does it and what she says to sort of the town leader, Mr. Savage, after she saves this woman, is just phenomenal, and it's great. It's outstanding, and it also keeps in line with the behavior of the Doctor before Jodie Whittaker became the Doctor. So I really, really did enjoy that. Because of the time period that the Doctor finds herself in, she continuously runs into problems when trying to take charge of certain situations. In this episode in particular, the gang happens to run across King James. He takes it upon himself to try and help the town deal with its double problem. In one particular scene, the Doctor is trying to sort of suggest what they should do about this so-called problem, and King James keeps interrupting her, and he keeps undermining what she's trying to say. And I love seeing the Doctor struggle. Also, to that same effect, in a later scene, when the townspeople are convinced that the Doctor herself is a witch and a demon, before they carry her off, she says, before, when I was a bloke, I could just get down to it and solve the problem. I really, really love that scene. I thought that the creature design for this episode was phenomenal. I really thought they were really freaking creepy when the overall villain of this episode is revealed. Also, I thought that the final stance of the villain was interesting. Not the conclusion to the story, but when the overall villain is revealed, and when we find out why this town is dealing with what it's dealing with. I thought the speech from the person inhabiting the so-called villain was great and brilliantly acted. And the last thing that I really, really enjoyed was a speech, a scene between King James and the Doctor when the day before the Doctor was supposed to be hanged, King James comes to the Doctor because he wants her to explain the science of the electronic screwdriver, and the Doctor goes in to this speech of being a good man and making good decisions, and and seeing, she tries to get him to see the error of his ways, and I thought that was brilliantly acted by Jodie Whittaker and the guy who is playing King James. I don't know who he is. I think his name is Ben Whishaw, if I'm not mistaken. But the way that those two actors, or in this case, an actress and an actor, played that scene in particular was fantastic. This episode also had a really Thanksgiving vibe to it, and I really enjoyed that as well. On top of everything else. With all that being said, I give this episode a solid B minus. All right, guys. Well, that does it for my review of Doctor Who Season 11, Episode 8, The Witchfinders. In the comments below, tell me what you thought of this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? But until next time, as always, I'll see you when I see you.
So much happened here, and so much is about to.